That's from my mama. My mama will show you how to beat a child.
Cause my grandmother, she got any inanimate object. You know what I'm saying? Spatula, flip flop, bed slipper.
Okay.
Hanger.
That just answer his next question. When is the line drawn between being beaten and being spanked? Anytime you use an object other than a belt, then it is now beaten. It ain't no spank. Oh, now you know what? I'll say belt, but I mean your hand or either belt. But you can't hit a child with a freaking spatula and all this in the third.
Ain't nothing wrong with the switch.
At the end of the day, it's either a hand, a belt, or a spatula or a slipper tapping that ass. Either way, it's all going to sting.
Track or racetrack from your racetrack set.
Right. It's either way, it's all going to sting, okay?
Well, y'all mamas just didn't love y'all because... No, I'm joking. My mom... Look, let me tell you about my mama. She used to whip us with belts, but, you know, that was cool. But then she got to the point where she was hitting us with switches. And my brothers always had to go out the door to get the fucking switches to be, you know, and because she sent me out there, I'm going to get the smallest ones, I'm sorry. Not realizing that those are the ones that hurt the worst.
But Pat, look at you now. How many degrees do you hold? How much of a success are you?
Okay, but listen to this though. She did us all the same way, and I'm the only one in the family that went to school. So I don't think beating had anything to do with it.
Pat, I'm not going to listen. Would you have been that kind of success without the hard rearing of your mom?
But you know what? But wait. I think that extends beyond the discipline of the parent. I think there's a lot that plays into the part of the ambition of the child that allows them to be successful later on in life. It's not just the discipline.
It wasn't her discipline. I know it wasn't a discipline because she did us all the same. And I'm the only one out of 5 kids that went to college. So it wasn't the fact that I got whippings.
It may not have been the discipline itself, but the discipline had played a part in it. Okay? It did play a part. It's not 100%. It may not even be 50% or 25%. But best believe that discipline did play a part.
I mean, it possibly, but I'm just saying it because I didn't get, when I got whippings, it was for cussing out the teachers. Or it was for fighting. It wasn't my grades. I was always a straight A student.
Right. So you got beatings for your morals not being where they should have been, and now your morals are where they are, and you have good morals, and you have used those good morals to get you where you are at now.
Preach, true.
So those beatings have played a part.
It's kind of like, but for me, it's kind of like the death penalty. It's like, it's not a general deterrence. Like, it's not gonna work for the masses.
Well, I mean, the death penalty is something completely different. I mean, you only get one death penalty and then you're gone.
What I'm saying
is though, when I'm relating the two together, what I'm saying is, you know the consequences. Like, you do something and you pretty much know the consequences. And that's how I go in pretty much households who get, you know, that's because I know I'm going to get a whooping. It's not going to stop me from doing what I'm going to do. You see what I'm saying?
Your mama ain't beat you hard enough.
Right, because my mama beat me to the fact now I'm still scared of her, and I love her dearly. Shout out to my mama.
But can we get into that second part though, about because you brought up a point about, and I heard this not from you, but I heard about this, I think on the radio, that children who got beatings were not deemed as smart as children who didn't. Well, let's face it, folks. The only kids that really get beatings right now is minorities. And when I say minorities, it's mainly black children. Okay? Now, our black children, I'm not going to say all parents, but you know, you got a lot of young black parents out here who do not read to their children, who do not really push, you know, education at a young age. They get excited when their child can sing Busted Baby instead of reading, you know, Dr. Seuss. You know what I'm saying? So as far as that, I think the reason why those results may have come out that way is because of examples of what I just said. That's what I feel about it, you know.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like I said, it just depends on the population of people that you get. I can say that I can say that 10. Here's a statistic for you. 4 out of 5 gay black men has HIV/AIDS, and I can go and find 4 black men that has HIV and AIDS and put one up there and make that statistic. So it just depends on the population of the people that you want to go and get. Numbers can be manipulated all the time. I mean, and why from the profession that you in, you know that.
You know this. They sure did manipulate them on my ass.
So that's why I don't really go with what statistics say, because it can be manipulated. If I want to say that 1 out of every 2 black men not going to go to college, damn it, I'll find one that's in college and one that's not, and make my statistic.
Amen to that.
But what about you, Mike? What do you say
about the spanking?
Yes.
I feel this way, and it kind of goes off of what someone said earlier. I really don't feel that all children need to be spanked. However, if you as a parent feel that you have to spank your child to get them to do what they need to do, then by all means do so. But if you are a parent that has identified that spanking is not necessarily warranted to get your child to do right, then by all means don't do it. I think everything is a case by case, and parents have to really know their children. So if you gotta test somebody out the frame to get them to sit down and shut up, then by all means do that.
You know what I think? I think that whooping is like praise and worship. I'm gonna tell you how. Here we go. When you're doing praise and worship, everybody can do praise, right? So to the point somebody just said, every child doesn't need to be whooped, but at some point every child gets a spanking, right? That's sort of like what the praise is. Everybody can praise. Now a whooping is deeper, and this is like worship. Worship is when you worshiping God because of who He is. Sometimes you just gotta whoop a child because that child is bad. Right, you don't have to whoop every child. But some children you just got to whoop because it's in their eyeball. And you got to learn, it's okay to beat the child on the premise of what you think they was finna do. Because again, you putting that fear. A lot of people don't have fear. If you look at some of the movies where the gangsters are really, really bad, they didn't have fear in their heart. And I think that's what we've taken away. We've taken away fear from children. And until we put it back into them, they ain't going to be scared to do what they want to do. So we should do what we need to do.
But here's the situation, though. The fear then lies at home. And outside of home, I fear nothing. So I'm going to do what I want to do. When I get to a certain age, I don't fear my mother anymore because I know she's not going to hit me.
I will.
You see what I'm saying?
And if you have fear in your heart, fear is going to reside wherever. And so, again, that's whooping your child because that child needs to be whooped because it's inside them. There is something in that child that needs to be broken.
I understand where you're coming from, but I also believe that you have to instill certain ethics in a child, and you can't beat that into them. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, the only thing that keeps me from cursing out somebody else's mother is because I have respect for myself and I have respect for people. I did not learn that from getting whooped as I was younger.
Okay. One more comment, and then we're gonna end the session. Anybody?
I also feel like you can't whoop a mental disorder. If a child is truly ADHD or whatever the case may be, and I know we label kids and stuff like that, but if a child is truly ADHD and they need certain help, you cannot whoop them to make them be better. And I honestly think that all the whippings that I got as a child, it could have been avoided had my mother known that I was ADHD.
So, as you can see, this is a very controversial topic. We here at 4 Degrees of Black would love to hear your commentary and see what you think. So by all means, feel free to leave a comment at the bottom of the page. Also, tune in to us each week. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come by and watch. And without further ado, my name is Verbally Unspoken, and we bid you a fair adieu. See you next week. Holla.
Come on, Jesse.
Come on, Jesse.